We are here with Ryan the Lion. Lilley, how you doing, my man?
Doing great, man. It's getting ready for Friday. Thursday morning is going to be weigh-ins, and then August 30th is the big day.
All right, where's our weight at? I think we're pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. My weight right now, I'm about 144, so I got literally about 9 pounds to go, and Tuesday night, and we're weighing in Thursday morning.
Yeah, see, if I were to have to cut 9 pounds, that would be like the worst day of my life. But 9 pounds to like a professional fighter, that's nothing.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's just about having the right nutrition and have people around you and just making sure that it's coming off the right way and that you're not just cutting it all at the last second.
I don't really get to touch a whole lot on nutrition, so I'd like to ask you, like, what does your menu look like during fight week?
I mean, during fight week, it's very small. I'm more like a little bit like juicing, but if I do eat, it's like, real light grilled chicken, eggs, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Real light salads, water. So.
Do you incorporate like cashews, almonds, peanut butter, any type of?
Yeah, cashews is good. Spinach, of course.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. A little broccoli here and there. I'll crave like a strawberry or a little bit of piece of watermelon or something like that. But I can't have like too much of it because it has sugar in it.
Yeah. Okay. So you do cheat. You gotta watch it.
Exactly.
Okay. And then when you're not in
the last 3 days are like the crucial ones.
Yeah. But when you're not in fight camp, what do cheat days look like?
I'm still in the gym, at least 2 days to at least a day, 4 to 5 days a week. I also teach at Boston Elite in May 2 days a week. I also do privates and work part-time. And that's all going good. But yeah, eating-wise, I like to go out to the bar when I can. I'm a sucker for In-N-Out. I like pizza when I can eat it. Definitely sandwiches, bread. Bread's like the first thing I cut out, when I'm cutting weight.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's pretty much it, yeah. And then you just have to add a lot of more cardio, running, conditioning to get rid of all that. So a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, and it's a lot of it's mental too, So a lot of it you can go in the gym, but then again, it's sacrifice too.
Okay, and that's enough with the food questions. It's fight week. We got to knock that shit off. So I want to talk to you about your opponent, Kevin Worth. You guys are both like LFA regulars. What does he bring to the table that we need to keep an eye on?
I would say he's more like a point fighter. His bone structure, I don't think he's going to be able to take my power that I'm going to be given to him. He's a good fighter, comes out of a good camp out of the arena. I know those guys over there, trained with them. I think it's going to be a good fight. LFA knows that. That's why they put it the co-main event.
Hell yeah.
But I think, he's more of a point striker, and I'm more of a finisher. So I'm going to go out there and lay some power on him. I definitely see a finish. I definitely don't see it going to the judges. He's going to be out there, he's doing his little kicks and this and that, but he's going to have to watch out for my punches and my ground, because if I see an opening that I can win the fight, then I want to take it.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the Lion here is coming off a head kick knockout over James Barnes at Bellator 214. Us at Head Kick Audio appreciate that very, very much. So, and like Ryan was saying, it's only fitting that we give you a pre-fight interview. So,
appreciate.
And then you also got a knockout over Jordan Amgonowinski, probably one of the weirdest nicknames I've ever heard, but it kind of works.
His nickname, I named him Amgonowski.
Yes, and then you also got a win over Andre Ewell. So
Andre Ewell, yeah, that was a good fight. That was actually for the bantamweight title at Gladiator. It was a good fight, and then after I beat him, he went on and got a good win streak going, and then got called to the UFC, and then he went on and beat Henry Brow.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to do some MMA math here, I mean, technically you beat Henan Barao, right?
Yeah, if you want to go there, I would love to fight him, to be honest. So, I mean, I think that would be a great fight, and I think the outcome would be same as what Wuhan.
Okay.
But I think I get the finish, but yeah, it'd be a great fight. I would love to fight him if that ever got the opportunity to.
Okay, and while we're discussing fights that haven't yet materialized, because we don't know if you're going to fight Henan Barao down the line, but is there any specific fighter that's your dream fight for yourself?
That's my dream fight. I mean, as a fighter, I'd like to say yes to anybody that has a good record, that has a good name, that I could take something from them, to be honest. So, is there one name that just comes out of my head? I can't necessarily say that. Maybe I guess I'll say Henan Barao now, but, besides that, yeah, I can't think of one particular guy. Anybody in the UFC I would fight on a heartbeat, and, yeah, just go from there.
Okay, and then if weight classes weren't an issue, I mean, obviously no one's lining up to fight Francis Ngannou, but if weight classes weren't an issue, if we could just make you as big or as small as any other fighter, like, do you ever think about that? Like, man, if I was a middleweight, I'd really like to fight, Chris Lieben or something like that.
Right. I mean, Anthony Pettis would be a great fight. I'm a big fan, and I've hung out with Nate Diaz a bunch of times, but I mean, again, anybody with a good name that you could get exposure from, that it's like a win-win situation, then that's stuff I thrive on. I love being the underdog. I love going in there and just having nothing to lose. I got everything to gain from this person.
Okay, yeah. And are you a fight fan?
I'm a fight fan. I mean, I love just watching good fights. Like I had Nate Diaz in that last fight. I had Miocic in that fight. So again, I'm a fight fan. I just met Ngannou last month. I know a lot of the fighters. So yeah, I know a lot of the fighters. I'm a big fight fan, and I love going to all the UFC fights, especially in Vegas. I go to most of all those, and yeah, man, I love it.
Okay, then
I've been to John Jones like last 3 or 4 fights.
Oh, that's dope, dude. John Jones, literally my favorite fighter of all time.
I was the Jorge Masvidal flying knee fight right there, second row.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, so.
Okay, well, we love talking fights, so I could talk that all day. But I want to talk about your camp. What's your camp situation? Like, who do you train with? And just go tell my listeners a little bit about what you got going on. What you got going on over there?
I got I would say like 2 camps. Right? So my home gym is Boss Shooting's Elite MMA. That's in Thousand Oaks right here.
Hell yeah.
And then my main work is at Muscle Farm in Burbank. So they moved from Colorado, the headquarters, to Burbank right there, right near the airport. So we got Jason Manley over there. Joe Schilling shows up once in a while. Matt Brown, he's the one who got me there. Matt Brown was in my last corner, and along with Jason Manley. So Jason Manley is a black belt. He grew up with all the Diaz brothers and all them. Mm-hmm. Gracie guy. So he'll be in my corner. He's helped me out tremendously. His jiu-jitsu is literally MMA jiu-jitsu, so it's not like gi. Yeah. It's just MMA jiu-jitsu gloves, and then he doesn't just teach class. He gives everyone their individual drills, everyone that needs to work on their individual stuff. So that's what I get a lot of my work in there. And then I also, on like weekends, I go to Ruka Sports out there in Costa Mesa, and I got Anthony Gonzalez up there, who's Tony Ferguson's Muay Thai coach.
Damn.
So in this corner, for this camp, I'll have Boss Rutten, Jason Manley, and Anthony Gonzalez.
Damn, that's a killer corner, dude.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
that's pretty well rounded, also.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, now I understand that right now in your professional record you're 10-4, but with the amateur, there wasn't a whole lot of success there. What made things so different between amateur and pro?
If you looked at my amateur career, most of those losses are split decisions, and I was fighting top-ranked guys, and all those fights were at 45. So I was always the smaller guy. Again, people were cutting the weight, even though it was the same day in weigh-ins, but people were got more weight, so I was always the smaller guy. But I was always taking fights that people didn't want to take. I was always fighting the number one guy, Jacob Rosales. He was undefeated at the time. Tommy Aaron, I think he was undefeated at the time. And most of my amateur fights, most of the opponents, they all went pro. They're all doing pretty good. So even AJ Bryant, he's doing really good right now as a pro. So a lot of the guys who I fought as amateur went pro. But to be honest, even that last one that I fought, was it Albert Morales or something like that? Like that, I totally won that fight. Even the promoters came up to me afterwards and stuff like that. So little things like that as an amateur, I don't want to drill on me. Yeah, it sucks. I didn't win a couple amateur titles that I should have won, even though I did win the Epic title. But I was taking fights that were gonna get me to that next level, mentally, physically, knowing I can go against the good guys rather than just taking canned fights. So that's when I went pro, and my mentally was there, and then just the sex went, and I started believing my hands a lot more.
Well, see, I like that approach, taking the harder fights, especially early on and in your amateur career, where everybody likes to pad their amateur career, if they even take it. It's I like the hard-nosed, blue-collar, like that type of approach to a fight career.
Exactly. I want to know if I want to make it now, not like, oh, okay, like I'm fighting these guys who are, about things, and then I fight someone good on TV, and then I get smoked. It's like, oh, okay, damn.
Right? Well, like I said, we went over a little bit of your record. Which fight was the most fun for you?
Fun for me? That's a good question.
Yes, sir.
Fun for me, I would say my last fight, because that was like I had a lot of hype off that. Made SportsCenter, made top 10. Anytime you made SportsCenter and ESPN and stuff like that, you get that highlight reel in your hometown, where the Lakers are from at the Forum, like where Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal were all played. So I'm a huge Laker fan. So that was a huge for me, especially I had a lot of people. I sold a lot of tickets for that fight from all over, and so that felt good for me. But I always like going to a war and giving the fans what they like to see. And even though my last fight was like what they like to see too. So.
Okay, and do you prefer those long, drawn-out wars, or would you rather get it done within like the first minute?
Get in and get out. If I was gonna get paid in to go the distance, then you'd see me going the distance more. But out of those 10 wins, 9 of those are finishes. Out of those 9 finishes, 8 are in the first round.
Damn.
So I don't like going to the judges. That's for damn sure. So you never know what the judges are thinking, what the hell's going on if they even watch the fight. So I like to go in there, get it done on my own terms, and get in and get out.
Okay, and are we because there's a lot of knockouts on your record, but that doesn't mean that you don't prefer the submission. Now, which of the two would you prefer?
I have 4 knockouts and 5 submissions. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, again, whatever. If I see an opening, that's just I'm going to take an opening to get in and get it out. So I don't go in there head-hitting, or I don't go in there going, oh my god, I need to check this guy out. So unless I feel an opening and see an opening, I'm just going to explode it and get the W any way, shape, and form.
All right, and what brought you to the fight game?
I started wrestling when I was 9 years old. I grew up playing basketball, and in high school, I ended up not making basketball team. All pissed off and stuff like that. I stopped growing, this and that. And then as I didn't make the basketball team, I was walking, and it turned out they had wrestling tryouts at the same time.
Oh, shit.
So I was outside going, they're like recruiting people, so he told me to come in. I'm all pissed off. So I'm like, shit, whatever. All right, I'll go try to take some rides down. And I already grew up wrestling a little bit, So I went in there, and I was a freshman in high school. I ended up making varsity.
Oh, shit.
Got my ass kicked every day by the seniors that were welcoming me there. So every day, much like a fight. So that's where I got to, learn how to cut weight, and it was more like the mental stuff like that grind. So I did it for a little while in high school, and then I was up north in Bear River, and then I ended up moving away from my mom, and I moved up to Thousand Oaks with my dad, and that was like the best thing ever. And then I started at Boston's Elite in May in 2011. Had my first amateur fight in 2012. I had 13 amateur fights, and then I turned pro April 2016. And I've had 14 professional fights since then.
Yeah, and you're doing all of this while still working. That's nice.
Work at APS Security. Shout out to them for letting me go and train when I can. And, because they let me leave, during the day to go train at Muscle Farm Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, depending on where I'm at. So, and so alarms, cameras, surveillance, that's what I do. But yeah, man, so yeah, hopefully in this fighting stuff works out, man. So I gotta get this next W, and hopefully get a call sooner or later.
Well, you've already fought for one big show in Bellator. You're fighting for LFA a third time, so you're fighting on some pretty big stages. I gotta imagine if you get the win here and you do it in impressive fashion, which when you win you do, I gotta imagine somebody's gotta come calling. And if the phone's ringing, who do you hope's on the other side?
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely want the UFC calling. I did get hit up for Bellator to fight back for September 21st. That's going to be back at the Forum. I was stoked on that, but again, that's another month away, and I've already been out since January because after that head kick, no one's wanted to fight me, and I've been over here training, waiting. I got signed up with a great manager, Iridium Sports Agency, Jason House, Jacob, all those guys over there. They're really good. They have like 65 guys in the UFC already.
Damn.
And they have a good connection. So they told me to stick to the LFA. They're more of a feeder to the UFC. And whatever they say, that's what I'm going to do to get that call to the UFC.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the times, Dana doesn't like Bellator.
They don't like Bellator, and if I signed, we should say even one fight contract with Bellator, to fight in September, we should say a short notice fight came up, my manager tried to get me to fight, and if I decided one fight contract, then with Bellator, they wouldn't let me leave, where LFA would be like, okay, yeah, here you go, Ryan. We want you to go to UFC.
Yeah, LFA thrives on sending their fighters to the big show. And look, nothing's wrong with Bellator. Nothing's wrong with the UFC. In my opinion, they both need each other in order for this sport to grow. Because at the end of the day, we're all fans of the sport, right? So
exactly.
It's not like any one promotion is more important than the other. It's just, we know what gets the clicks, and we know where most of the best fighters in the world are. Outside of the female, the heavier female divisions like 25 and 45. I think Bellator's kind of like cornering the market on those two divisions. But I think everywhere else, Bellator's got some decent fighters and some great fighters in some divisions, but for the most part, the UFC has more of the best fighters, if that makes any sense.
Exactly. I would say more fighters go to UFC and then Bellator, not Bellator and then UFC.
Okay, and then what if would a One Championship, a Ryzen, a Brave FC, do any of these promotions tickle your fancy? I would never, options are great. It's never, I never woke up and be like, alright, that's what I wanted to do, so, came out with a great offer, and my manager thought it was great, that's what the path we should go, then that's what we would do, for sure, but at the end of the day, I still want the UFC. But again, it's all about who they want, stuff like that. I feel like I got a good story. I feel like the fights I put on are what they like to see, and
But then again, yeah, it's all who they want. So at the end of the day, try to get paid and on a show.
Well, you mentioned your story. You have been through a lot of adversity in your life. I can't even, imagine how you have gotten through everything that you've been through. Like, if you want to touch on that, I'll give you the opportunity to do so. But if you don't want to, open up old wounds, I completely understand.
Yeah, no worries. No, I mean, I was super close with my parents, and I could tell them anything. They could tell me anything. And, I lost both my parents to cancer. My dad, my best friend, had a brain tumor, and as fast as it came, it killed him. Right when they opened up in surgery, he was just never the same. And I lost my father in 2012, and I lost my mother from breast cancer in 2015. So even my mom was my biggest fan. She always went to my amateur fights, and she even went to one of my last ones in 2015. And I fought for U of MMA, and they would fight on Sundays. So she came to one of my last ones on a Sunday, and then she ended up passing that following Sunday. She was all right in this last fight. I'll get to watch you fight at, and thank God I went out there and won that one. I was a fight of the night, war. We went and both got bloodied up out there, and it was a good fight. Thank God I got to get the W in front of my mom for the last time, and man, I always say it's too easy to quit, and I know what my parents would want me to be. So that's why I just got to succeed, and I don't see them physically. I still know they're here watching me, and they're proud.
Yeah, I definitely can, they're definitely proud, man. They're definitely proud, especially with, the way that you're handling everything, because that would break a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty inspiring in a way, because lots of people go through lots of fucked up shit in their life, and that kind of takes the cake. That kind of takes the cake. I don't think you could go through anything worse, and you seem to be able to inspire others with your story. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that could help with, I hate to say marketing yourself, but the story is inspiring, and if the UFC wants to inspire, they could do worse.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And especially with starting MMA, that's what really saved my life too, because that was the only thing. My dad taught me my career, installing alarms, cameras. So when I would do that, it always bring back memories. So me joining the gym, I actually joined the gym right before he passed away. But me staying at the gym and continuing it and starting amateur fighting and doing all that, me just going to the gym and classes was the only thing that can get my mind off of thinking about my parents. So it was the only thing, and at the same time I'm getting in shape learning, and at the same time at the gym I'm gaining a family over there. So as I lost, I gained another.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially with how things are at the gym, because everything is it's pretty close. If you mess up, they're on your ass.
Right, exactly. Yep.
I definitely know that. I know that.
Pat Boschert and Randy Katami, some coaches at Elite MMA, tell me, oh yeah, man, this is years and years ago, but yeah, Ryan, you gotta get rid of that girl. You're way better than that girl, and this and that and this. And I'm like, all right, smart gun dumper. Yeah.
Well, they know what's best, because they've been down there. Sorry, I think we're talking over each other. Go ahead.
So I was just like, yeah, because they know, it's if a girl's just going to bring you downhill and stuff like that. That was when I was super young. I was 22 at the time.
Well, they know through experience.
Exactly, that's it.
If I had the brain I have today when I was 21, I'd be a whole different person.
Exactly.
A lot less, my criminal record wouldn't be as extravagant.
Now the girls are still around, but I just pick the better ones nowadays.
Yeah, you got to stay focused. I mean, you're on a mission right now.
Exactly. And to be honest, me being single has been the best thing for my career. Cause I got nothing to worry about just except me. So that's what helped my career a lot. And yeah, man, I'm happy for it.
Well, like I said, we're laser focused on Worth right now because we got to just, steamroll him, get past him, and then wait for the opportunity, wait for the call, whether it be, another LFA fight, an LFA title, or a call up to the big leagues, wherever it goes. I mean, that's where our focus has to be, and I can definitely attest to that. Women are a distraction.
Exactly.
They're very distracting.
I can't agree more. But they'll always be there after.
This is true. And we'll still have our good looks, right?
I'm sorry?
I said we'll still have our good looks, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Trust me. I don't know about Kevin Worth, but I will.
Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
He's got jokes, ladies and gentlemen, and he'll be here all night. So, with your nickname, The Lion, I have a sneaking suspicion. Sorry, I like to touch on nicknames a lot. I have a sneaking suspicion it's not just because it rhymes with Ryan.
No. So, I mean, my uncle was always like, man, Ryan the Tiger, dude, the Tiger. I'm like, dude, that's freaking lame. So, my third amateur fight, it was a great fight. It was a back and forth war. The first round, I was hitting him, he was hitting me. He got me with a good overhand right. I never dropped or anything like that, but I felt my face go numb. So after that round, I went back to the corner. I'm like, oh man, my face, this and that. And they're like, man, if you're sore, he's sore too. So I'm like, all right. So this is amateur day. So second round starts, and I ended up freaking knocking him out like halfway in the second round with the overhand right. And I just kept going, pressure, and then ended up breaking him and got him with the overhand right. And then so afterwards, my face was pretty numbed up, got a pretty good old sore, got a little knot underneath my eye, black and blue. And then like 2 days later, I go to the gym, and I'm all talking with boss. He's like, yeah, maybe you should go to the doctor, because half my face was literally perfect, and the other half was completely just swollen.
Oh, shit.
So I ended up going to the doctor in Thousand Oaks, and keep in mind the fight was in downtown Los Angeles at it's called the Novo now, but what was it called? It was called Club Nokia back then.
Okay.
I'm talking to the doctor. The nurse comes in. She's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Weren't you just fighting the other day?" And I was like, "Yeah." Well, how'd you know? She's like, "Oh, I was there supporting so and so. So and so went to my gym at the time." I was like, "Oh man." She's like, "You don't have a nickname, do you?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "You're like a tiger, I'm sorry, not a tiger, like a lion out there." I'm like, oh, it's crazy, because my uncle kept saying I'm like a tiger, and I'm like, oh, that's gay, but like the lion, I'm like, Ryan, I'm like, that's freaking pretty cool. She's like, man, if you don't have a nickname, it's like, it rhymes, and it's like pretty cool. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, and you, a nurse gave it to me.
Yeah.
So, like 2 fights, so I got that, so that's where I got that name from. I didn't whip it out for like 2 fights. I ended up fighting for the amateur title. And I didn't like the guy that was fighting, so I'm like, oh, this is a perfect time to whip out the nickname. So I made out the nickname. I told my buddy about it. He came out with the logo, and the logo just freaking fit perfect. So it was like a lion with the king on it, but it had Ryan inside the king, and then underneath that said the lion.
Oh,
and then underneath the lion, it has the lion logo, and then Lilley at the very bottom.
That's dope.
So that's where I got Ryan the Lion Lilley from the nurse.
Oh, shit. And was she good looking?
She wasn't bad looking, I'll definitely say that.
Well, it's kind of hard to look bad in a nurse's outfit. I'm pretty sure I could ruin it, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, the last question I got for you, it's usually something that my co-host does, but since he's not here, I gotta try and fill the shoes, okay? So, I'm going to do the best I can, and it goes a little something like this. What do you do in your spare time when you're not training or getting ready for a fight?
I'm definitely out there talking to the ladies. And yeah, anyone who knows me knows what I'm talking about. So
he's a ladies' man.
Yeah, I'm not doing bad. Doing bad. So definitely it's fun. I'm just living it up the last couple of years, and then but at the same time, I'm focusing on myself.
Okay, and outside of the ladies, what does the Lion do for fun?
Well, I mean, again, I'm still the gym's fun for me. I like teaching and stuff and going out, but the most part is I like going out to a couple spots. You know, I do like dancing. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really go out to like too many concerts or anything like that. But going to the beach, I definitely like wakeboarding and dirt bike riding when I can. But if I have a fight contract, then they definitely don't want me doing that. But definitely like going to Mammoth, snowboarding, camping when I can, and just anything outdoors, pretty much.
Okay, and when you're contracted to fight, do they have like limitations on stuff you can do so that you don't get hurt?
It says like I can't do anything like fight related with anybody else, or I can't go training I can't go do like a jiu-jitsu tournament or anything like that unless it's like they okay it. So yeah, they don't want me doing anything crazy that could risk me not showing up to the fight.
Interesting. Because I took a couple amateur fights way back when, and there was no restrictions. I mean, I get it, we were amateurs, but like there wasn't any restrictions, and I've never like heard of that because you see Donald Cerrone, the cowboy. Bull riding, or riding jet skis or rock climbing, just a week before the fight. So I've always wondered about that. Like, how do they police it?
He has I would say he has probably like a little secret pass,
Yeah, probably.
But he's been around the game for so long. But yeah, I would say definitely when you're professional, it's a lot more strict for sure. They're counting on you to show up. They're relying on you and stuff like that. So it's a lot more strict, I would say. A lot of fighters still do certain things. You don't have to necessarily go and call them and tell them, Mm-hmm. But be careful of posting all that stuff because they will see it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we're healthy. It's fight week. You're literally a couple days out from the fight. We haven't fought since January, so I'm pretty sure you're itching to get in the cage. The weight cut's going well. 9 pounds left to go. This was a lot of fun, man. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure. Well, 9 pounds, that's with pound allowance also, so you're right there.
Hell yeah. Well, unfortunately, my co-host wasn't able to be a part of this, so maybe we can rendezvous after you get your win. Do this again so he can partake in the festivities. But until then, I want to give you as much time as you would like to thank training partners, sponsors, family, whatever you want. You have as long as you want. The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
No worries, my man. Yeah, I can't wait to be 11-4, where it's hopefully 10 finishes this time. And yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna fight Kevin Woods. It's gonna be a fun fight. 7-2 is not gonna be bad. And yeah, shout out to Lilley Gear, APS Security, O2 Trainer, Muscle Fall, MP Combat, Grab a Green for helping me all my meals. We got Rick's Japanese Car Care. We got Weed Bros. And shout out to LFA 74. And yeah, man, can't wait to go out there and put on a show. Shout out to Jason House at Iridium Sports Agency, my manager, all those guys putting in work and believing in me. And yeah, man, let's go get this W. And shout out to my team for helping me out. And it's going to be fun this Friday.
All right, and where can the listeners follow you at on social media?
Yeah, on Facebook and Instagram, you can follow me at Ryan Lilley. And on Twitter, Ryan Lilley MMA. So follow me, I'll follow you back, and yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Go get that another highlight reel. Go get that bonus money.
Yeah, this is Ryan the Lion Lilley. He's 10-4 in his professional record, and he's going to be fighting Kevin Worth in the co-main event at Riverside, LFA 74 this Friday. I can't fucking wait, man. I can't fucking wait.
That'll be fun. You can check that out on Access TV.
Yeah, Access TV 340 if you got DirecTV, and you can catch this thing. Well, you're probably already watching it because it's on my YouTube channel.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, thanks again for the time. Pretty sure you got other shit you'd like to tend to, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, my man.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. And yeah, let's get that fight victory on here. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right, sounds good, Ryan. You have yourself a good night. All right.
Good night. Thank you.